Hi, this is my Tesla Model Y, and I'm ready to go surfing in the hot beach today. And I wanted to show you guys how I use full self-driving version 12. It's the semi-autonomous driving system for the Teslas, and I'm going to use that to get to my surfing destination. I've been using FSD Beta for the last year or so, and the last one, which was version 11, was really good. Every month or two they would send me an upgrade, and it constantly got improving. This FSD version 12 is now using neural networks or artificial intelligence to drive the car instead of following, you know, hundreds of thousands of lines of code. So it's much more seamless, much more natural, much more like a human. And they actually removed the word they removed the word beta. They used to call it FSD Beta, and now they call it FSD Supervised, so full self-driving supervised. So check it out. So I'm gonna head out. I've put my surfing destination. Let's see. So here we are. I put my surfing destination in as a destination, and then to engage it, I just have to put the stock down once. Alright, so here we are. So I've engaged FSD Supervised, and you'll see that it's engaged because the blue steering wheel shows that auto steer is on, and then this blue word max at the speed limit shows that it's controlling both speed and steering for the car. So I've got to keep like one hand on the steering wheel, but I'm not really steering, and I'm going to keep my foot next to the accelerator, but I'm not really pressing on it or on the brake. And that's because the car is, you know, essentially following the directions of my driving, following the driving directions to my destination. And it's also steering to avoid the curbs, to center in the lane. It'll look out for pedestrians and other cars and obstacles. It'll make turns. It'll stop at stop signs and stop lights. It's awesome. Now you still have to be attentive because it's not full autonomous driving, and you know, the driver of the car is still responsible, and I'm the backup. So you know, you got to make sure. There are some times where it might have an accident, or it might not read the roads correctly. I've seen that happen in the old FSD version 11 with streets that are, you know, 2-lane streets, but the line separating them might not be painted on it, or complicated roundabouts, complicated Y intersections. You know, however, oh, see, that's the warning that you have when you're not holding onto the steering wheel. However, it's been much better. You know, I've actually gone to some of these danger points where I've had trouble before, and I can tell that the computer now drives a lot better than the old version. So version 12 is a lot better than version 11, and I can tell why they removed the beta version. Hopefully at some point it'll be fully autonomous, and you know, I'd be able to, like, you know, sleep or read or just drink my coffee while the car drives me. There are already some semi-autonomous cars in California and other cities, like, you know, Google's got Waymo, I think it's called, and you know, GM had Cruise, which had some issues, but you know, they're out there. I'm getting some warning here because of poor weather conditions. We just had a nor'easter here in Boston, so there was a lot of rain. I think that's why it's showing, but it's still able to drive, and it allowed me to engage it. Now, one thing that's important is you want to know how to disengage FSD as well. So to engage it, it used to be two pulls down on the stop. Now they've shortened it to 1 pull for FSD Supervised. So that makes it really quick, and there's less confusion. To disengage it, there's several ways to do that. I can hit the brakes. Once you hit the brakes, FSD is no longer on. So you have to make sure that you quickly take control of the car, and you're now steering and controlling the speed of the car. The second way is to lift the stock up once. So I'll show you when I do that. See, so I've got FSD Beta on. I've got FSD on. If I lift it up once, it's now off. No more blue, and I'm controlling the speed now. To re-engage it, press it down once. See? The third way to disengage it is to grab the steering wheel and, you know, control it. That disengaged it as well. You can see that auto steer and autopilot were both turned off, so the blue marks here disappeared. To re-engage it, push down again. Now the fourth way to disengage it, and I wouldn't do this because it would get a strike, is, you know, when you get these warnings that you're not paying attention to the road or that you're not holding the steering wheel, you've got to react and correct the situation within a few seconds. If you don't, the car will show an icon like a red steering wheel. It's really big, and you'll notice that for sure, and you'll get a strike, and the FSD will stop for the remainder of your commute or your drive, and you've got 1 strike out of 5. Once you get 5 strikes, you'll lose FSD for a week, and you know, we don't want that. I've actually been using it every day on my commute back and forth, which is 40 minutes to an hour. So it's helped me with my commute, making it a lot more relaxing, so I don't have to, you know, exert a lot of effort to center the car and deal with the directions or deal with the speed control. So those are some things to consider: how to turn it on and how to turn it off. Now, Tesla's shown a lot of good data about FSD and autopilot. Tesla's been showing that they're one of the safest cars around. So they have a lot of a lot of the good grades with the crash testing companies. They get the top marks for IHS, HHS, etc. But they also show data showing that using autopilot and probably also using FSD will lower the possibility of getting into an accident. So I think on their website, if you Google Tesla safety, there will be a page which shows that, you know, a typical car will have an accident in, I don't know, 400 or 500,000 miles, something like that. And then a Tesla, it takes a lot longer to get into an accident. Like a normal Tesla, especially one with the autopilot, it might be somewhere in the 1.5, 1.6, maybe even 2 million miles before a typical car gets in an accident. Now, I usually sell my cars after 9 or 10 years, and I usually drive them to about 100,000 miles, maybe 120,000 miles. So, based on that math, you can tell that some Teslas may not even run into an accident. Same thing with normal cars, of course, but it's just it's less likely that you'll run into an accident. That's because they've got a lot of safety features. The cameras are always on, you got braking, you got avoidance, you've got lane control monitoring. Here's the ocean, checking out some of the waves. Looks like they're breaking nicely. It's a good longboard surfing day today. And this has been really easy. I've been following this truck all the way to my commute, and it's not bad. It's very easy because that way the old system used to drive a little too slow, sometimes a little too fast. This one's driving really well. Like, you'll see here that the speed limit is 30 miles an hour. I usually add a cushion of plus 15 to 18% higher than the speed limit, just to match the driving speed of Estonians. But you'll see that it's adjusting and keeping a safe distance from the truck in front of us. Now let's see how it does on this roundabout. I'm about to hit a roundabout, and roundabouts are confusing enough for me. Let's see how it deals with this. Let's see how the AI deals with this roundabout. Alright, that was pretty good to get into the roundabout. Let's see if it switches lanes here. Alright, I had to take control there. See? So I had to take control there. The challenge with that roundabout is, I believe it's challenging for the computer, because it's a 2-lane roundabout. I have to enter into it, and then to exit towards Nahant, I've got to make sure that I'm in the outer lane of the roundabout, not the inner lane. So the computer was in the inner lane. So that's why you've got to continue to supervise FSD. It's still not fully autonomous. I think it's level 2 autonomy. You can go as high as level 5 autonomy, where you know that car might not even need a steering wheel. I don't think we have cars like that yet. But level 3 or 4 are transitions in between semi-autonomous and fully autonomous. So right now I'm at level 2. You have to watch out for things like that. You got to watch out for, you know, potholes. Although this new system actually slowed down for a large puddle, which could have been a huge pothole underneath. You don't want to hit potholes because Teslas have really thin tires. They're large wheels, but the tires are a lot thinner, especially compared to my old Subaru. I could hit potholes and my Subaru wouldn't really feel it. But with Teslas, no, you want to avoid them. All right, I'm approaching my surfing destination now, so thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click like, comment, or subscribe. It's in my Tesla playlist on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna go surfing now, so check out my surfing playlist too, and have a great day.